hello, this is Childe, and here I am trying to wrap up this Archon Quest, this Act 5 of Fontaine Archon Quest has gone on for so long at this point. It's been like the last recording when I was trying to do this trial to prove that Furina is not the real Hydro Archon. It's been like, it took 1 hour and stuff. I'm just checking out whatever this thing is. I think this was used as like for fire something. It probably happened in Linny's trial. It's been so long. It's been over a year. But here I am trying to wrap up. This masquerade has gone on for far too long. It's putting Furina into so much suffering. And now we're trying to end it. So here we are. Oh, Firefox crashed. Dang.
Melus and Silver has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people.
Oh, I just turned off auto.
What should I say to most appear like a god?
So this is when she was
honest,
like first trying to present herself as the
Perhaps
Archon
I should first
under
try
Focalor's
to act
directions. Summon the courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon.
Appear earnest.
In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all.
How did she get their face?
As the god
Did she have to prove
Focalor,
anything?
the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Close politely.
Once again,
so maybe she
thank
got it
you
after
all for
overseeing
coming.
all these trials.
If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison?
Were
I would
these
have
real
thought that a
people
being that
or her
surpasses
doubts?
humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering, if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've
That's
turned
how she
them
did it.
around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Summon courage again, resolutely with conviction.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid
Turn up the
sin.
drama. That's how she gets the indemnitium.
The scales of
I guess.
justice should
Wonder
not
how
weigh
that
heavy
the
in
energy
the
system was
hands of its
established.
God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
In the speech, empathetically.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Some cheers from the audience. Act 3. Oh, Scene 3. Opera House Furina. It looks like she's running around again. Nice. And she has a bed. She's waking up. Wake up, beat the god, go to sleep.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Has he
do
been
your duties.
secretly wanting
The trial I
all
await.
this to conclude?
It will come one day.
More stuff. Can't even jump.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right. Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
Oh, you're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
It looks like we have one last thing for this scene. So she's just like becoming more respected by the people. Wouldn't there be like 5 scenes to this?
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. as your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water
We need to do
levels.
that quest to find out what happened to that old
Have
research
they found
institute.
anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy. The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going.
And she's been doing this for hundreds of years.
Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4, Opera House Furina.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Furina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Scene 5, Opera House Furina. It really is taking a toll on her. Just making sure that no one is doubting her. We could have shattered the whole masquerade. If she kept going, then... But... with the nature of that whale... Oh my gosh, jeez! All these days seem... Oh, I'm not reading that. Opera House Furina, wow!
Lady Furina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Furina. My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
Oh, are you crying?
Uh-huh. Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am
She's
honored
reaching
to have
her
witnessed
limit.
it. Honored indeed.
So
interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far?
She basically didn't have a choice.
I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
That is a lot of scenes. Is this the very next day?
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although
She's
I don't
been
know what
crying
you
all
might
this
be keeping
time.
from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Yeah, she was crying the day before. Nice. So, I'll find out what she wanted to tell me this time.
My burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes, I've heard that you came to Neuvillette from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Yes, and there's
And
the end
if
of the
Neuvillette
Heavenly
is
Princess
in
will
its
notice that.
entirety a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
And then we kind of ruined that.
She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Furina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if...
And this is her without the long hair. That's the... Is that the vision?
You worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers,
I don't think
it
that's the
might never
vision.
come by again.
It kind of looks
Think
crystally.
about it. Long and hard.
Tell us.
I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine.
She's still trying to play it
Everything will
safe.
surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
But it's okay, we're outsiders.
Fine.
And then we leave her. Man.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes,
It had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
Does it operate
yes?
based on the heavenly principles?
I've always suspected
or...
that it had its own consciousness.
I don't know.
And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
Was Focalor,
Am I
was
right?
Focalors
And then I became one with the Oratrice.
The reason why she
taking
declared
Fontaine's
Childe guilty
gnosis
was
with
that
me.
she wants him to go to the
Yes,
fortress
It would seem so, wouldn't it?
and
Alas,
run into the
your
run into the whale.
understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In
Just
truth,
guessing now.
it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine
So that's
throne,
why it's been going on for this long.
shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves.
Hey, didn't they take
Were they
the
not
world from the
guilty of
dragons, I
essentially
guess?
the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process
Just like
of pursuing
Neuvillette
human
needs to do
existence
what
itself.
I wanted to do.
So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
My hand just ran up to my face right now. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just like what we could. You deserve it, Furina.
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
At least Focalor is not really a human, so we don't have to see some gore.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
Now I have to deal with that whale.
We must mete out punishment to that beast. I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
Well, the player, know what happened. Not sure about Lumine, though.
Traveler, now that the Oratrice can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Oh, this is so spooky. That thing is massive! I wonder if this is gonna trigger someone's thalassophobia. Well, I'm not sure this is a deep sea. Oh my gosh, we're straight in already? Well, we have Tertullian with us! And a bunch of mustache people.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the way.
Now we hear the music. Wow, this is amazing. Well, we don't have any Fontainians in here to deal Lucia and Numa damage. I'm not sure what to do here. Just whack it with one of the worst damage types in the game. Oh, why, Oilverse, why do you have to forsake physical damage? It could have been good. Oh, look at the damage you're dealing. Oh, but
you can't run.
Whatever, so superconduct that thing. Yikes. Well, at least we can dodge while not using any stamina. And we do not have Numinosia. Alright, let's just attract this guy.
Cannot resist its instinct to devour.
Oh no! He's boring us! Oh. Okay. Yep, he's eating us. Oh no! Whatever. Okay, climb on.
Whale shark.
I've fought this thing before. What would Fontaine care? Oh, yikes! Whoa! What? Okay, our only healer here is been. Oh, we don't even have food. Whatever. Just. I wonder how long did you do this without food?
Shouldn't let your guard down.
I have granted you my permission. Do
no.
not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Suppress that thing! Oh my goodness. Okay, just gotta watch out for his attacks. These things like explode.
You can't run.
Nice! Oh man, I actually did it quicker than I thought. No Fontaine characters over here. Oh, and there's a fly in my face. Frick you. No! Oh, we just beat it. The whale's been beaten, but I don't think it's over yet. Oh. It really does look like Sea of Quanta stuff. Oh! Wait! Okay, I heard stuff about Skirk and her design. Now I am seeing it for real. I'm sorry. Very cool cutscene.
Thanks
Did
for
she
helping
save
with the cleanup.
Did she save
Should have
Childe?
been my job.
It's pretty nice, but
oh well.
Oh,
It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that
Their
it would happen at
master's
some
pet?
point,
Okay,
but
disciple's
they bumped into
child.
one another earlier than I thought.
I'm sorry, I just
Suppose I'll
wanted
have to
this
swing
to
my sword
die.
3 million times as penance.
Yeah, like, one of the most dramatic and saddest cutscenes was Focalors being executed, and then I just get hit with... What is going on here with her design? What's happening?
That power. Who
Yep,
are
yep,
you
skirt.
exactly?
Paimon has an idea.
Okay.
It's just that he gave us the impression that she was,
Or, I thought she would look more mysterious,
I
like
simply did
a
not have anything
hooded
to say
old
to a
lady.
weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using
Is he a
power
traveler
from
or
beyond
alien
this
like
world.
us?
So
Did you
you
come
may
for the sea
speak
of
to me as
Quanta?
equals.
Would take the all-devouring narwhal as a
I have
pet.
to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
What is going on?
The point being...
well, being that this... So what sort of
Okay, it nearly destroyed us all.
child's master?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I
legacy?
describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary?
Rhine Daughter?
Familiar then? Or Gold Rhine Daughter?
Ooh, that one we've
Wait.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine Daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention...
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you.
Oh, that was
Such roiling
easy.
hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Well... It's... everyone accepted it.
Not
But
to
there's
worry.
something we changed.
Focalor has already managed
The
to
Hydro
deceive the
Archon,
heavenly
the
principles.
concept is no longer there, isn't it?
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
How's this all gonna play out? Hey, Birdie.
Hey! Help! Over here!
There we have my goat Navia saving everybody again. I'm so happy my computer can handle this.
All hands, initiate
boat!
emergency rescue!
Hurry!
it because like people who have a vision can breathe under the water?
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
How do I say that? That was really epic right there. Just don't want to sound like a glazer, but look at it! Yay! Everyone's safe! Okay, we're just gonna have to listen to Paimon recite the newspaper. Where's Charlotte? Where's Charlotte when you need her? Well, yay, okay, you know what, you guys can read this. Pause the video and stuff. But this is so cool! We brought that thing out to save everyone! First researcher mad. Yay! Okay, Charlotte, why don't you read it out for us? I can't take it anymore, Paimon. Look.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship.
Okay, but how was those waters were rising like crazy? How was it affecting the other nations? I need to look at geography of this place.
Shut up! That's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed.
Alright, let's go talk to everyone.
Sure, I'll get to see that Duke.
Oh,
this time will be different. Come on.
Fontaine, let's go meet everyone. That would be a worthy use of. Yay! We didn't even deal that much damage to the whale, but Neuvillette took care of that for us. It was really nice. You know, when I was fighting that narwhal without the music on, usually I played Waterblight Ganon's theme because, you know, like a true Zelda player. But looks like, how's things going in Poisson? That thing is still like down. I wonder what happened to any chests in here, because you know it was kind of a mess.
Repite lo que digo. ¿Puedes decir otra cosa, por favor? Maria!
August 12, 2036. Eighth death of the universe. August 12, 2036.
Time for old-fashioned jump. Let's see if I can do this challenge. Oh wait, is Razor gonna go into the water instead? Oh, please don't die, please don't die. Okay, just a bit. I just like how we can just dodge fall damage. It's just amazing. Peak Breath of the Wild strat.
The heat death of the universe. August 12, 2036. The heat death of the universe.
Perdón, ¿qué dijiste?
And all the trees are looking pretty nice too. Like Fontaine was such a mess when the Deluge retreated.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette. Paimon didn't think
Oh
you were
my
going to have...
goodness, shut.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remember. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually...
Oh, okay, so it looks like he's gonna have to share a bit
It
with
is
us.
strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Okay, telling the truth what he saw that day with Focalors. She deceived the heavenly principles and used Furina's endless performance to save Fontaine. Or Fontaine.
So that's
I only saw Furina's part. She was dancing, just like Focalor.
Okay,
Okay, shut up. Wait, no, wait, no!
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority
Oh,
to
so
grant
that's
them
how the
true
people didn't
blood,
dissolve.
after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Nice.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision.
So Fontainians were trying to be born.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, okay. Turn Oceanus into real people, yay!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away.
Alright.
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, let's look
I
into
have
all of
investigated
these.
his
This is
case
going on
along
for
many
so
avenues,
long.
and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or
who's
reason,
better,
that
the
should not have been
narwhal
enough to
or
consider him the root cause of the disaster.
Sleepy from
At most, he would have had tangential
a certain
liability.
Honkai Star Rail
As
quest.
for the judgment passed by the
You know, I'm
Oratrice
voting on
during the
Sleepy.
trial,
I like Sleepy a lot more. At least
whether it
he
was
isn't
due
trying
that
to
liability
eat
by
people whole.
association, or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontaine. Hang on
Oh,
a second. That's when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans.
Children's have
Life has
transformed.
always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months. Ask away.
Right.
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Fontaine's future.
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Yeah, no.
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
but
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
what about you then?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function.
How are we gonna
This
get any
matter
more
will directly
Indemnium?
affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering.
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Iudex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. Wait, but the various mechs.
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ain't.
Ask away. I will tell you
Okay,
the truth
so
as I
at
know
least
it.
Neuvillette has that kid taken care of. Now the Gnosis.
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more.
Well, yeah,
I do
you're
not
the,
need
you're
Gnosis's
the
As such,
you're a
it has
real
lost
dragon
all
now.
meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now. and avoid unnecessary conflict.
Right.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
The next stop on my journey,
You will soon
Natlin,
be
which
heading
I will
to
not
Natlon,
record,
I presume.
sadly.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlon can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Well, yeah, I guessed it. The scaly land.
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlon have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlon is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
Yep, Capitano. I guess, like I already knew.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlon.
Well, yeah, I
In
would
the
like to
meantime,
explore more of
Fontaine's
Fontaine.
doors will always be open to you. Ask away.
You
I will
know,
tell you
there's
the truth
also
as I
an
know it.
interlude quest, which I have to say, I am not going to be recording it. Look, I can only take enough Genshin on this channel. I need focus into Bird Squad and other stuff.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
I just want to check up on Furina.
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
What's gonna happen? I was just hearing more water.
Well, we're going to head
Oh, jeez, yeah. I'm not.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person.
Third descender. Oh, I
The
forgot what that was.
I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh.
Is it related to
According
Neuvillette's
to your
birth?
parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean
What is
by
that?
that?
Yeah, I was thinking like you.
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Alright, when is this gonna end? This recording has gone on for so long!
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
Third descender.
So that's what the gnosis actually are.
All
Just
the same,
pieces?
assuming that there was no
Oh
misunderstanding
man, I wish I
or
would
special
see
metaphor at
saw
play,
what it looked like.
that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary
Alright,
risk by
so we
keeping
kind
it
of
here.
know a little more about these Gnosis. I'm the fourth one. So it means two things. Gnosis are related to Descenders. The two have already
I
died.
guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them.
Well, duh, I'm an
that
alien.
means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from
I need
the
to
third
look into
Descender.
Genshin lore more. I need to keep up.
I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Oh yeah,
No,
from the
no,
statues.
let's not comparing the Traveler to the dead third
I'm
Descender
good.
at all. That's what you say, but this time... Once Childe recovers, let's get some more answers out.
I too believe it unwise to make too many
But what
blind
about our
guesses when
sibling?
information is lacking. The same
What
is
type of
true of
Descender
being
would
at
that
court.
make him?
Alright, whatever the case.
Yes. All of Focalor's
Yay!
efforts were for this moment as
Salvation!
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god.
well. I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
You understand
I
them?
suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Yay! Yay! It's done! It's done! Finally I can end this video! Oh! That was a wild quest and... Oh! It's our constellation thing! And I'm probably like, I'm too lazy to switch to Hydro Traveler. Like, I am not gonna be raising that. But that was like a really exciting Archon quest and yay! Everyone's saved! Oh, I really wanted to check up on Furina. And I think she's kind of like running some sort of, she's directing some movies or something from one of those older events with Chevres in it. But anyways, it's been so nice. I'm finally done. I'm free! I'm free! So, I'd like to see you all later. We can finally go out and explore. I don't have to deal with all this dialogue and Pyron not willing to shut up. Well, except for some major quests, like over in Elena's. We'll be checking that out, but, you know, in the next episodes, I'll be free to explore, kind of. Check out some stuff, finally getting some stuff done. But in the meantime, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!